deserve to be here. Has anyone ever heard this sentence before? I don't deserve to be here. You probably heard this not by the closest friend or by your coworker, but you have heard this 100 times in your head, in your own thoughts, in your own feelings. It is most likely that you have a fear of failure, that you feel unworthy of the place you're in, that you are there not because of your hard work, but because you were chosen out of luck. If you have ever felt this feeling, then it is most likely that you're feeling the imposter syndrome. According to Amy Cuddy's book, the imposter syndrome is the fear of failure, that you're in a place where you don't belong. It is very common to actually have this feeling. Back when this imposter syndrome was not known yet, it was said to be a mind illness, a mental illness. However, it is not an illness, but a syndrome, because this is very common in everyone. Not only women can experience it, but men as well, and of all ages. I am pretty sure that everyone has felt this feeling before because it is very common to feel like a fraud at times. For example, in my situation, I am a fashion student at my college, at my home university. I did not grow up learning how to sew. My grandma didn't teach me how to sew. I didn't have a grandma with me to teach me how to sew. However, my classmates have all had the stories that they grew up sewing. At 7 years old, their grandma taught them how to sew. However, that was not the case for me. I did not sew. When I got into the college program, I actually did not have any experience at all in sewing. It was my very first time learning how to sew. However, I felt like I wanted to do fashion because that fashion was my dream career since I was a little girl. Though I had no experience, I wanted to try it. So my fashion program, we had to apply in order to get to that program. And for me, it was very hard to actually decide to apply because I knew I had no experience at all. And I felt like a fraud. What am I doing? Why am I applying when I know I don't belong there? It was one of the feelings that I felt the most when applying to it. But I applied because I realized that it is part of my career, part of my dream career, and I want to be in that field. So for me applying, it was a very hard decision. But I applied and I got accepted. I got accepted into that fashion program. And that's when it hit me harder because after applying, I didn't think that I was actually worthy of being in that place. Only 20 students were able to actually join that program, and I was one of the students being chosen. Some kids who actually applied were rejected. So when I heard that, I felt like I didn't belong there because I knew these people in person and I knew how good they were in their designs, in their work, and I realized I'm not as great as them. So why was I chosen and not them? Why am I even here? I don't belong here. And from time to time when we're doing projects with the school and we are all in the same classroom, I sort of have that feeling that I am not worthy of being in that classroom along such talented students around me. However, my teachers have helped a lot. They have gave me encouraging words that I am where I am because of my hard work and because my teachers and professors actually saw the potential I had in me. So even though I did not learn how to sew when I was a little girl, I did not have a grandma teaching me these things, I was able to actually learn and I'm growing right now in my program. So it is very hard. It can be very hard having that imposter syndrome, but you have to know and realize that you are where you are at because of your actual hard work, not because you're a fraud, but because you have worked so hard to be in the place you are. So always keep in mind that you are not an imposter, that you are where you belong because you are, and you work so hard to be where you want to be. And then you have to continue working hard. And it is okay, and it's okay to feel this feeling. However, you have to continue and come to the realization that you are who you are in the place. You were selected not because of pure luck, but because you were meant to have that. So you do deserve to be here. You do deserve to be here. That is the one thing you have to get into your mind. Get the thought of that I do not deserve to be here, because you do.